Welcome to partialarc.com. Don't do that.
In the grim darkness of the far future, there is only war. And two idiots join the Inquisition. Dark Heresy! Welcome back to another episode of Dark Heresy. As the Imperial Scribe of this vessel, I am pretty chill to be documenting the many adventures of Space Marines Kevin Kevinson, Lucius Malta, Wilhelm, and their Nephilim companion, Daniel Fernandez. When you last left them, our newly formed kill team has set out to investigate an unknown Xenos threat. They've boarded a rogue trader's vessel and travel swiftly to the planet of interest. Over their week journey, each of them have taken to their quarters, preparing for what lies ahead. Will their mission be successful, or do unknown threats lurk just beyond their view? Let's find out.
Alright, Daniel, just switched you back on here. Been doing a little bit of training out here, although I haven't seen Lucius and Wilhelm. They want to hang out as much, but just so we can all keep in communication, I've synced up all of our gear here. Can everybody hear me? Wilhelm?
Yeah.
Lucius?
Yes, we can hear you.
Alright, now we can talk whenever we want. Isn't that awesome?
We already had a communication system, brother.
But this one's more personal. It's like a personal channel. We can send special messages to each other because we're friends.
It's actually, to be more accurate, I believe you just sort of linked me into your existing channel. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over you, Brother Wilhelm.
I was just wondering if there's any way to mute this personal channel.
Yeah, the usual button. It's the little red dial.
Well, hello? Can you hear me, Wilhelm?
I am also a little bit busy right now, brother. I'm going to mute my...
Oh, okay. Well, just, let me know if you need anything.
All right, I'm going to check in on how everybody's doing. So, where are we right now?
Well, I'm in my training room. This is where I'm practicing all my sword techniques.
What room is this on the Rogue Trader ship?
Oh, well, I asked Wilhelm if they could show me to my quarters, but he said that they were all filled up. So, he gave me a special training closet to work in, and I've just been sleeping and training in here.
It's bigger than you might think for a normal closet, I guess.
Yeah, well, he showed me a couple smaller ones first, but I couldn't fit in them, so he found me a really nice larger one, though, so it's been perfect for my training, so I've just been practicing my focus with my force sword.
Oh, you are... okay. Let's see what the rest of the group is doing. You keep practicing your sword katas or whatever it is you're doing in there.
Yeah, I'm getting real good.
Let's see. Where is Wilhelm?
You see Wilhelm, and he's just kneeling on the floor in a room, just constantly praying because he hates warp travel. Because he doesn't trust all the perils of warp travel.
That's true.
And is afraid of all the various psychic shenanigans that can go on.
He's afraid?
Well, he's not afraid. I know no fear. I don't like it.
Okay.
He's a worrier. He worries a lot.
Where are you right now?
So I imagine we had some sort of quarters that he set aside
Yes.
for us. So I'm just in the quarters, in between two, what I'm assuming are large beds or something.
Well,
Just
you
sort
each have a personal quarter. Each of
Okay.
you has a personal quarter.
So-
and for some reason, Kevin got shoved into a closet. I don't know what's
A
going
training closet.
Very good training closet.
It might be a thing where he hasn't realized that the door can open or something. But
I'm slowly running my arms over my devotion chain and just praying and staring out into space.
everything good in here, Wilhelm?
We're fine.
Oh, okay. And let's see, where
You
is...
have like 5 servitors that are just like hanging around you with like candles and stuff. They're just they just stand there and hold candles.
The servitors are very handy. They're willing to stand. You got a pair of servitors just with a candle standing.
Yeah,
next
pretty
to you.
much.
Okay. Do you have any servitors? There's plenty of servitors.
I mean, yeah, they're basically there to compliment me on my awesome sword katas.
Oh, you just have servitors that are saying good job.
Good job.
Good job.
It just has one say good job.
Good one.
As I'm just cutting cans. We find out later that this room is just like the recycling bin. Oh, that's why it's so large.
And let's see, where is Lucius on this ship? Lucius, I'm on the comm channel. Where are you at?
So you will find me in the large warehouse they've converted into a firing range.
Of course, this is where Lucius is. He's practicing.
Lucius is in there. He's pretty much just by himself, except there's a constant train of servitors just bringing belts of ammunition to me. Different belts, dummy rounds, it doesn't matter. I have fired off a few of the Hellfire rounds to make sure that they're, up to snuff. And unfortunately, they've caused some area damage, so I won't fire any more of those. I didn't realize that it wasn't properly shielded in this room.
Okay.
So I'm going to blame that on something else. But
It's just like the fortress typically has like protective shielding.
Ceramite plated shielding firing ranges, but this is just a ship. It's just a rogue trader ship. They're not used to using bolt rounds. So
There's somebody up in like a window like, well, as long as he's not using like, I don't know, like a Hellfire round or something, we should be fine. Sipping out of like a tall glass.
yeah, I mean, a Hellfire round is literally like a contained shape charge explosion. So I mean, it's just bolt rounds are normally explosive, but this is like extra explosive.
Only the best for the Emperor's Angels of Fury.
But there are lots of the dummy targets set up downrange at
There were a bunch of dummy targets.
Oh no, they're constantly bringing.
Oh,
out
they're just
more.
bringing in more.
And like the three of you had been training in there, but you gave these two a break at some point, but you didn't go anywhere. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I didn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
I'm just like constantly making sure I'm fiddling with my gun and making sure that everything's functioning. And also, Daniel swoops around. He notices through his comm look that one of my eyes is artificial.
Oh, interesting.
That it wasn't like super obvious the first time. It didn't have like the most like obligatory.
It's not glowing red like a Terminator.
It's not a glowing red artificial like computer eye. It's it's just a cybernetic enhancement essentially.
And while all this is happening, we keep in the compilation of this video recording, it keeps cutting back between like Wilhelm and keeps cutting back between Lucius as like a PowerPoint presentation, like music has been added, like it looks rad, and then it just cuts back randomly to Kevin Kevinson swinging with a servitor being like, good job in the background.
Kevin, did you edit this video package together?
Yeah, I thought it would look really neat. I mean, definitely what they were doing definitely looked cooler, but like, I got some pretty good swings in there, right?
I need all three of you to make awareness checks.
Oh. By the way, it is super montagey between Wilhelm and myself, and like Kevin is definitely trying to promote himself on top. Like
Kevin Kevinson keeps trying to send you this video of what he made from all the compilation. Like, check this out.
Just goes right to the delete.
You're
box.
just deleting it every time it comes through.
Ironically, I fail on an 81. I'm really into my gun mechanics right now.
Okay.
I got 6 degrees of success. I rolled a 3.
Oh my god!
He sees
I would say,
all.
like, to be fair, you're just in a room like meditating, so that makes sense.
Yeah, he's like, there's a disturbance in the warp.
I'm mostly in prayer, but apparently I'm also good at hearing things.
It's
while in
interrupting
prayer.
your prayer.
The Emperor speaks to you, brother.
You're like, so my 12-hour prayer concludes with this final sentence, and then
I'm probably just annoyed by the sound and go to figure out what's going on.
Who dares interrupt my prayer?
you think it's me sending that compilation video again, like to your HUD
Kevin,
display?
what did you roll?
Kevin rolled a 71, which is a failure, because Kevin's real focused on slashing these cans.
Man, it's crazy how we just talked about how good you are at awareness, like, because you're Space Marines, like, you have incredibly good awareness, and only one of you noticed anything.
Yep. Okay.
So what are the pair of servitors holding around you? Are they candles? What are they?
Probably.
One has his flatulation.
One maybe has like a sacred scroll that's held out or something.
It's just held out. You don't read it, but you need it there just in
I don't
case.
need to read it. I have it memorized.
Of course.
Because I'm a good servant of the Emperor.
Do you have like a guy just like with incense just waving it around?
Oh, there's a servitor that just has incense and it's going around in a circle around the room very slowly.
Okay.
I should.
It's the most amazing setup I've ever.
Well, we should point out as well that occasionally Kevin feels a stare. It's like Wilhelm is always staring at him.
I mean, I'm not even in the room with
we
him.
could be on different sides of the planet, and he's like, I get the feeling that Wilhelm's
he's
glaring at
thinking
me.
about me.
You can just hear the rage silence over the comm chat.
Okay, so you notice that the scroll servitor and the incense servitor that you have, they start twitching weirdly. And you realize that they are actually dropping the things that you had them carry, and their arms are like warping and twisting into like blades. and they are moving to attack you. However, you realize that this is happening. Unfortunately, in the firing range...
My servitor starts giving me a back massage.
With knives.
No!
I need everybody to roll initiative, and as we go around to the different ones of you, we'll see how things go.
Oh, boy. I got a 6.
I got a 10.
I got a 12.
Man, I'm doing real good.
You are just so focused on swinging that sword in a cool way.
And I am. I'm swinging it real cool.
Somewhat armed.
You look. I mean, you're two-handing the sword, which is automatically breaking the rule of Space Marines that you never two-hand a sword.
What?
All right. Top of the initiative is Lucius, but Lucius, you are not aware of anything untoward occurring. So we're going to skip you.
Cool.
That's always good. Being
You
skipped.
shoot that dummy before it can attack you back.
I mean, it's a good thing you have a weapon out.
Good thing I wasn't saying that I was, like, reading a book quietly outside of my armor.
I mean, the worst would be like in the bathtub or something.
In the shower.
I've been taking showers for days.
Do they have showers that even fit us? Is the question.
One of like the really, really nice showers is like huge. It's got two like things and like a rain.
It's basically a room.
Yeah.
That is also a shower.
It's like a car wash, but for a person.
Okay, while you guys think about that,
What's a car?
In the quiet hatred room,
Whenever I pass by, I just feel rage coming off of
you
it.
notice that both of the servitors that are in the room with you have changed their hands into like glowing electric razor hands. What do you do?
I mean, the first thing I try to do is like open the comm channel and shout to mostly just Lucius.
There's a long pause.
But brothers, the enemies of the Empire around us, check your servitors. And I slash at one of them.
Of course, you were praying with your sword. What am I saying?
Yes.
Duh.
I mean, they.
Sword prayer is the best prayer.
I was going to say, it's the only way one prays.
Have you seen how Space Marines pray? They're kneeling with one knee, and the sword is braced on the other knee.
I haven't worked with too many Space Marines. I'm relatively new to this too.
Man, who hired all of?
I'm a little flesh baby that flies. It's different.
Don't blame the flesh, baby.
Okay, so make your attack. And remember, standard attacks, you get plus 10 on every standard attack.
Okay, so that is 5 degrees of success with giant chainsaw.
Jeez, you're incredible.
Well, I rolled a 16, so I'm really good.
He was just so angry,
He was just
ready.
so ready.
He wanted this fight to happen, except he was.
You've been fantasizing about
Always
stabbing
vigilant.
somebody.
Yeah.
He hasn't stabbed anyone in a while.
Always vigilant, brothers. Always vigilant.
So how much damage was that?
It's 22,
22.
and it's rending. Yeah, you know, little strong. Space Marine.
Tearing,
All that.
and how much pen does it have?
It has pen 3, and it's rending damage. And so as I slash through it, my armor there's something slightly amiss with my armor. The machine spirits are fickle, and it like essentially shouts as I attack them. Belches this static that kind of almost sounds like a roar.
What's the effect of that?
So the effect of that is any creature I'm in melee with, I have the Fear 1 trait. So I cause them terror. I mean, they're probably
It
machines.
doesn't- it
and they're
doesn't work
probably
on
fine,
servitors, but
it sounds really cool.
And scary.
you almost completely destroy this thing. It's not quite dead, but you do.
It was surprised.
And now the servitors are going to act on everyone. So we're going to look at Wilhelm first. This one that has been slashed is going to team up with the other one around you, and they're both going to come at you with their crazy razor hands. The first one is going to miss by a country mile, and the second one is going to hit you unless you want to try to dodge or parry.
I'm going to try to parry it.
Okay.
Does not parry.
Okay, so you are going to take... I mean, these razor hands are not messing around. Oh, that's a 0.
Oh, no.
24 rending damage, pen 2.
Oh, my God.
Okay.
Oh, you have quite a bit of armor and toughness.
Yeah, where did it hit?
That hits the left arm.
Left arm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, I got a solid 5 wounds left.
Oh, my God.
All right, let's have 2 attack Kevin.
No.
It's going to be a 21, so that'll hit, unless you want to
boy.
dodge.
Oh, I'm going to try to dodge for sure.
Can you psychically dodge?
No, I don't have that psychic power anymore.
His body's too big.
My body's too big to be psychically crafty.
To be lithe?
Oh, man, I'm so... man, I'm so lithe.
For something makes me feel like I hate that word. I've never heard it before. Me, Daniel, the Nephilim, but I feel like I hate that word because you're mispronouncing a real ass word.
It's like the one thing that like all like AI robots like
Listen,
are just...
we requisited the good stuff. I mean, it works out.
I will burn down this Space Hulk.
17 more servitors.
It's not a Space Hulk. It's
It's a spaceship.
It's not a Space Hulk. It's a Rogue Trader ship. I don't know why I call it a Space Hulk.
Could very easily become
it's a Space Hulk. All right, so I'm gonna try to dodge. Oh, that's a 32. I do dodge.
Excellent. And the other one's going to try to attack you.
No, you were my friend.
They have unnatural strength, so like that's why they're hitting you so damn hard. All right, that was an 87. That was a miss.
All right, too crafty.
So they were saying, good job, good job, good job. Then one of them says, now die. And they
Wait, what?
And they go for you, and you're able to dodge them somehow. But meanwhile, in the training bay, let's see here, just barely a miss and a mega miss. Thankfully, these servitors are not particularly combat effective. They're just very strong.
One slams
Mega miss.
One slams on the table in front of me, and I'm more just confused. And then the other one's flailing wildly, like a good 15 feet away from me. And now I'm really confused. So this goes back to me, I think. Right?
No, now it's Kevin's. Kevin hasn't had a chance to do anything yet. He's at the very
lame.
bottom of the initiative.
All right, buddy, it's go time. You want to mess with the best? And
Wilhelm has disdain from the other room.
Yeah. You can hear a grimace somehow.
So I'm definitely going to use my force sword because I've been practicing with it real hard. I got a weapon skill of 48, so I get a plus 10 right from a swing.
Yeah, any standard attack is plus 10.
All right, and can I aim?
Yeah, you can. Half action aim.
Awesome. So that'll be a plus 20, so I need a 68 or lower. That is a 13. That is a good swing.
I wanted to sarcastically say good job. But
I love that it would be its final where like good jump jazz.
roll your damage.
All right, here we go. That is a 10.
Okay, so you have to test Righteous Fury, but we're not in squad formation right now, which means
What?
you
I don't just get Righteous Fury?
you don't
So no, you don't just get automatic Righteous Fury.
Oh, man!
As Space Marines, all your damage is already ridiculously high. So what you do with Righteous Fury is that you roll again as if you're making the same attack that you did before with all the same bonuses and whatnot.
And if I roll a 10 again?
No, as if you're trying to hit it.
Oh, okay.
And if you hit it again, you get to add an extra dice.
Oh, yeah. Aim with my heart.
You don't get a free attack, you just get an extra dice.
That is an 11. Righteous Fury!
Okay, cool. So you get to add an extra dice. And if this is a 10, you get like a third attack.
Oh, my God. That's an 8.
Okay.
I thought it was going to be another.
So 18 plus...
So 18 plus 15. That's a 33.
With how much pen?
33 damage. And my pen is 5.
I gotta look up a table real quick.
These servitors shouldn't have messed with me. They saw how hard I was taking down those cans.
Somebody really hates these cans.
By the way, you made a complete mess of the automation system in the recycling bay.
Oh, yeah.
So, like...
Oh, yeah.
It's going to take days of repair to make it function again.
Now, with a force sword, is that rending damage or energy damage?
That is rending damage.
Rending damage, okay.
So, Daniel, what happens to this servitor?
A powerful blow cleaves the target from gullet to groin, revealing its
Nice.
internal organs or, machine parts. It's a little bit of both with
Oil
the servitor.
and nuts.
And spilling those onto the ground. It is quite dead. Now the area is awash with gore and oil. For the rest of the fight, anyone moving within 4 meters of the target's corpse must make a challenging agility test or fall prone. The ground is just covered in so much oil and hydraulic fluid.
Oh,
And-
yeah.
It was almost like an anime or Quentin Tarantino movie of spray. It's just like there's not even that much spray inside the body.
Extremely high blood pressure, blood and oil pressure.
After he cleaves this thing in half, he looks at the other servitor and says, and he was my favorite.
Okay. Let's go back and see what Wilhelm is up to. No, it's not Wilhelm. It's actually going to be Lucius.
after the weird incident of one slamming the desk next to me and the other flailing in the open, I've now picked up my heavy bolter and immediately aimed it at the close servitor.
Okay,
And-
you got a servitor at extremely close range with a goddamn heavy bolter.
And a full auto heavy bolter at point blank range. We'll see what happens with this.
And normally you would need to like spend some time bracing the weapon and stuff, but as a Space Marine, you not only have bulging biceps.
Wait, what?
No, that's like it's listed on your sheet. It's one of your talents. Bulging biceps is literally one of the things that you have.
Is there under Space Marine talents and traits bulging biceps?
Well, recruits, normally we teach you how to brace a weapon, but those biceps are too damn bulging.
I didn't write the universe.
The codex?
But I have bulging biceps. Also, I step back. Normally, I'd suffer a penalty for moving and firing a heavy weapon, but the armor I have is a relic recovered from the first Tyrannic War, and it allows me to ignore the penalty for moving. It's called Bring Death from Afar.
Is it because when you're fighting Tyranids, you need to be on the move all the time?
Yeah, because it turns out, as my face can show, that they're bad when they're up close. So I'm going to roll to hit this guy. I have a 59 ballistic skill, which means I need a 79 or less.
Jeez.
Kevin, your armor history could have kicked in when you did critical damage to it. It does more critical damage, but the thing is, you already did the max amount of critical damage to that guy.
It's because I aim with my heart.
That is a 66, so it's 1 degree of success.
All right.
No, sorry. I picked up the dice wrong. That is a 26.
Okay, that's a significant difference.
Which means it's 5 degrees of success. So that is 5 shots that hit the servitor.
Jeez.
I almost don't think it's worth rolling the damage.
I'm just going to roll one of them. All right, here we go. Well, they were both 8s. So
also, servitors can't dodge, so they're too slow.
So we're just going to count that as the first 2 rolls, which means that they both are doing 22 damage with 5 penetration.
So what part of the body did you hit?
It's a 62, so I am hitting the central body.
You're doing like 100 damage.
I'll have you know that my last one was a Righteous Fury, which then I'll see if I hit, which I did hit because I rolled a 26, so that means it's bonus damage, so I mean, it's another 8, so... I mean, I'm doing about 70-something damage.
You do what happens when a heavy bolter fires at something at point blank.
I just want to throw out something real quick. You guys are using the errated versions of Space Marine weapons that do less damage than the original Deathwatch Space Marine weapons.
God.
My word. So it turns out I know my way around a heavy bolter.
I would hope so.
I will say it would be embarrassing in the ship log that it was like 3 incense servitors took down a bunch of Deathwatch Space Marines.
Incense servitors are clearly better than good job servitors.
That's not true.
So pieces of the target's body fly in all directions as he is torn into bloody goblets by the attack. In addition, if the target is carrying any ammunition... Oh, it's not carrying any ammunition.
He is carrying ammunition.
Oh my god, he is carrying ammunition.
You had him carrying ammunition.
Wait, is he carrying Hellfire ammunition?
No. That is on my person. I only fired 2 rounds and then I put it away. That is still bolt ammunition, but I did specifically do my full move to step away from them.
Well, let's see how big of an explosion it is, shall we? Okay, that's going to be within 10 meters, so...
That's still gonna hit me.
Yeah.
And pretty much every other servitor in the room.
Yes, so it actually doesn't do that much damage, thankfully, because it's not being fired out of the gun, it's just sort of exploding. 13 impact damage.
Oh, which I'm assuming hits the body.
Hits the body, yes.
So I just take 3.
Did you factor in your toughness and your armor?
Oh, because no, I did not.
Oh, did you forget to factor in your toughness?
I have 4 more life, guy.
All right.
Wait, no, because we have unnatural toughness, which means it's the little box.
Oh, shoot. It means it's an 8.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Way more life.
Yeah, so
way more life.
Yeah, so I take no damage.
Yeah,
The explosion is like a stiff breeze.
So it just explodes in front of you. You're like, yeah.
It's not even just an explosion. It's literally a chain reaction of bolt rounds going off at once. And I'm like, I love the smell of bolt rounds in the morning.
I feel like there's a small part of you that you were like, I was kind of getting bored of shooting those dummies.
Yeah. I think we're all silently itching to kill something. Probably Wilhelm more than anyone, but
Definitely Wilhelm more than
I mean,
anyone.
I did seem pretty ready to stab.
he
it.
was
That's all I'm gonna
he was
say.
slowly revving his chainsword more
I mean,
and more.
isn't that how you pray? You don't just rev your chainsword as you're praying.
I'm not even holding a chainsword.
I got some good revs in during prayer sesh
I
yesterday.
don't think he even has a chainsword.
I mean, that's your mistake.
okay. Was
so-
Kevin waiting to kill somebody?
Kevin was practicing, he was, he's been cutting down cans, so I feel like a servitor is just a walking pile of cans.
Well, listen, he would not have been remiss if he, air quote, accidentally cut one of the servitors.
Hey, Wilhelm, what do you do? And also, Wilhelm, you're dramatically healthier than you thought you were.
Oh yeah, I'm mysteriously way better now.
I forgot that my toughness exists.
So wait, so how many wounds did you actually lose?
I lost about 10.
Okay.
Still,
So-
still
I
a
mean,
sizable amount for a space marine.
It did as much damage as it could, I think. I stagger back slightly and look right in the eyes of the servitor that just stabbed me.
Is there anything reflecting back because it's normally mindless?
No, there's nothing reflecting back except for I just jump at it and swiftly swing my sword as much as I can at it.
Does
So
your-
you're doing a lightning attack or is this a standard attack?
Lightning attack.
Okay.
That is a success with 2 degrees, so that hits twice.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
It's like semi-auto, but for a sword.
I feel like I didn't know this existed.
It's been a Dark Heresy all along.
Oh, man.
This is not a new rule that we are
I
using.
gotta read those books that are in my room.
So the first hit is 23, pen 3.
Okay, we're good. You can tell me the damage. Because we can go crazy overall.
I mean, we just need to do some more numbers, right? We need some good numbers. Oh, that's a great number. That's 24. I'm good at math.
Is this the candle servitor?
This was the incense.
Oh, this is the one that really deserved it.
So, stop me if you've heard this before. A powerful blow cleaves the target from gullet to groin, leaving his internal organs and spilling them onto the ground before him, except the area is awash with gore and incense.
Yeah.
For the rest of the round, anyone who moves within 4 meters of the target corpse must make a challenging agility test or fall prone.
So I need to correct you. He got bored with the vertical slice. He did this one horizontal, and it's a contained space. So pretty much the entire room is now a fresh coat of oil and blood.
yeah.
The cut out to the door where you see it slash across.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, across the window. Yeah.
Just one person's walking by like, oh,
Well, actually, you're too busy fighting to notice what else is going on the ship, probably.
can't imagine there's
I'm really
anything
good
else.
at noticing.
You are really good at noticing.
He is.
You actually got so many degrees of success, you notice that there are other servitors that are acting up and going after the other crew members. You hear sounds of battle echoing throughout the ship.
They can probably handle it.
He
I
did-
mean, I will destroy all of the Emperor's enemies with righteous fury.
I was gonna say you're probably incredibly excited about that. Wait, there's more? Yes.
this is the
Not
only.
excited. I'm not excited. I'm just justified.
This is the only type of warp travel I like.
So the servitor approaches you. Unfortunately, servitors are not particularly known for their agility, and it falls in the oil.
That's amazing.
And it is now prone, and that's what the servitor does with Wilhelm. Let's go over to the firing range.
Well, first of all, I mean the explosion.
Oh, right, the explosion. I didn't factor that in. Let's see here. Okay, so he's not quite dead. Here's the thing. The one servitor that was like in your face trying to get you is okay because it wasn't quite holding the rounds of ammo, but the other servitors in this room are damaged, and also the fight is sort of spilling into this cargo hold as some of the other crewmen are running in here and blast. They first wanted to take cover in here and also were like, let's go to the Space Marine.
Yeah, I figured.
The whole thing is
this is a rescue mission.
Wait,
happening.
there's a space marine on this ship, right?
there's a Space Marine. The entire place is just shaking with the explosion of those things, and some of the other crew members are shooting at the injured things, but one servitor is going to attack you. It's going to hit, unless you can dodge it.
Yeah, I will try to dodge. That's a 51. That does not make it.
Wilhelm isn't even trained at it, I don't think.
Yeah, some people don't. Dodge is overrated, you guys.
I mean,
you don't need dodge.
The
right?
Emperor will protect
Well,
you.
apparently, Lucius doesn't dodge either, even when he tries.
It's because I don't believe in dodging because these guys can't do anything to me. Roll your stupid damage.
For the record, I really believe in dodging.
22 pen 2.
You hit body?
Yeah.
Okay. So I've taken 6 damage.
Now the one servitor in your room,
It's got a test for all that oil everywhere.
it's going to try to run. Well, waddle. Servitors aren't runners at you, but it might.
I'm imagining like kind of those, on Terra. I've seen those as a kid. Those little wind-up toys.
It rolled a 96.
Nice.
So it falls on the ground. Rending, it's your friend. Now it's going to be Lucius's. Yeah,
No, it's Kevin Kevinson's turn.
Oh, Kevin.
He's
Right,
the last act.
Lucius, you already went.
So you have a servitor.
Yeah, you have a servitor on the ground.
flailing on the ground.
Is he just like going like good job, like as his legs?
No,
are
so
still-
here's the thing. It's not saying good job anymore. It's just you don't quite
does.
you might understand what it's saying.
Oh, what is it saying?
I need you to... what forbidden lore skills do you have?
So with Kevin Kevinson, I've got Forbidden Lore Xenos, Warp, Psychers, and Demonology.
Well, just make a roll. You have the same skill in all of them.
All right.
So yeah, just make a roll.
What will I discover? There's no way I've succeeded at that. That's an 84.
Okay.
I feel like I kind of want to know what's going on here. I wonder if I want to use a fate point to re-roll that.
So remember, you can use a fate point, or one of the cool things that Space Marines have is if they use their demeanor, it can act sort of like a fate point. So what word is the demeanor? Is sort of your built-in
He was
your
the nerd.
personality.
He was the nerd.
My demeanor is studious, I believe.
Yes. So studious, I think, would make perfect sense.
Yes, because I haven't studied up on all the Death Watch moves, but
Yeah.
I know a lot of stuff about weird shit.
And I encourage you guys to call those out yourself when you get a chance, but I'll try to suggest them as needed.
Wait a second.
Yeah.
I think I know what's going on here. Re-rolling. Oh, 64. I don't think that's going to be enough. No, because I don't get any buffs. It's for intelligence, I assume. Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. Yeah, no, I still don't know. Damn. I think I know what's going... bad servitor. So I instead, I'm just going to swing down at it with my force sword.
Okay.
Here we go.
You have bonus because it's prone.
You get another plus 10 because
Oh, geez. So 78 or lower. That's a 34. Slashing at this sucker. All right, do my D10 damage. 20, pen 5.
it's not quite dead. No critical damage to it yet.
All right, what? Opposed will check. It's a force sword.
Oh yeah, it is a force sword.
Now, I
so
can
here's the thing.
potentially peril with this.
Are you casting this fettered, unfettered, or pushing? Because as a Space Marine, you have slightly different ways that you use your psychic powers.
I'm not going... Fettered is the safe, super safe bet.
Yeah.
Unfettered is like kind of medium. And then push is obviously I'm going for broke. I don't think these things are super dangerous, so I'm gonna go with unfettered. So about a nice medium level. But I can hit phenomenon on doubles.
Yes.
So that's a 7. That's
Okay.
a literal 7.
Okay. Cool. It's dead. It's like
So like I stab into this thing and I see it's still moving, and then Kevin Kevinson summons his magic powers, says, I'm gonna hit you with my knowledge, and then just blast psychic energy into this thing.
Wilhelm grimaces from the other room.
Yeah.
He senses
Rage silence.
senses
continues.
psychic powers somewhere else.
I love that. That is the term we are using. Rage silence. I love
rage
it.
silence intensifies. The target is completely encased in psychic fire, melting its skin and popping its eyes like superheated eggs. It falls to the ground, a blackened corpse, but it's gone. Like you just melted it with your mind.
Time to go kill some servitors, I guess.
So that's back to me.
Yes.
So I've noticed that these silly normal humans have spilled.
There are 8 of them who are in here now.
They've spilled in here, obviously seeking aid.
Yeah.
And-
They are intimidated by all of the explosions that are occurring now.
I badassily walk out of the cloud of smoke explosion.
The best adjective ever.
Badassily, yes.
Nice.
And like immediately brace myself with my heavy bolter. So how many leftover servitors are in this room?
There are 4.
And the one that I damaged from the explosion essentially previously. That's the closest one?
That's the closest
That's
one.
the
to you.
one that just attacked you.
That's the one that just attacked you, yeah.
So I'm going to multi-target, and I'm going to say the one that's wounded is my first target. Let's say the first degree of success is going at that.
So you don't declare that in advance. You just make a fully automatic attack, and then after you, depending on your hits, you make the hits to
Okay.
nearby. Yeah.
Excellent. So
So it's just sort of, you control your gun enough that as you are firing, you then control the shots to
Give
other
you
ones.
a bullet. Give you a bullet.
All right. Well, I still have 59 ballistic skill, so I'm 69 or less. That is a 27, which means I have 4 degrees of success.
That's pretty good.
I'm going to put 1 onto the wounded one that's right in front of me.
Okay.
And then 1 onto each of the other servitors that are around.
Oh, yeah.
yeah, 'cause you can hit all 4.
You can hit all 4 because they're close enough together.
Yeah.
All right, roll damage for all of them,
All
I
right,
guess.
so for the wounded one first, that is a Righteous Fury on the wounded one.
Well, you see, roll to confirm.
That is a 7 for confirmation.
My goodness. The servitor's like, am I dead? And you're like, confirmed.
Yeah, that is 30 damage with pen 5 on the wounded one.
Hey, Daniel, how he's doing with 30 damage to his face?
And this is on his right leg.
His right leg, huh? Okay. Explosive to the right leg.
He's no longer carrying ammunition, I might point out.
Oh, yes, I'm aware. All right. The leg explodes in an eruption of blood, oil, and other gears and stuff, killing the target immediately and sending tiny fragments of bone, clothing, armor, gears, all that stuff, all in different directions. Anyone within 2 meters of the target takes 6 impact damage.
Oh, no.
It doesn't even get through the armor.
So you absolutely murderated that guy. That's the technical term.
Murderated,
Yes.
So then on the next one, 22 explosive damage with 5 pen.
Okay, that one's gone.
Okay, and then on the next one, that's only 20 damage with 5 pen.
That's also enough to kill it. That is literally just enough to kill it.
Okay, and then on the
I
final
wonder
one,
how much health it has.
the final one did the same amount as the last one.
Cool, they're all gone.
So I just mowed down all 4 servitors like they weren't even there.
So just in a volley, you're just like,
And did it as badass as possible because you gotta,
I mean,
make sure
technically they were injured slightly from the explosive ammo from before, but
Hey, listen. It was because I'm so cool.
I won't take that away from you.
That's the end. I am now seeking for more targets to kill because I'm enjoying shooting my heavy bolter.
All right, let's check into the meditation room.
Is that
Now
what we're
filled
calling it?
with gore and oil and
Yeah.
bits of incense.
Bits of incense?
yeah, can't forget that incense.
The guy that's on the floor, I sort of just step up to, put my sword like next to his head, and just swing like 15 times at his head.
Jeez.
Okay.
Another lightning attack?
Yeah.
Leaving nothing to chance.
Ooh. Against all odds, I missed. I rolled a 86.
No!
So that might...
So you're like cutting his hair.
So you get plus 10 because he's on the ground.
I have 57.
Okay, no,
weapons
so
still.
you can't.
So
now the servitor is going to stand up and try to attack you. It needs to make an agility test to stand up.
I was
though,
gonna
because
say.
it's too slippery.
I was going to say, is it going to make it?
It's not. It tries to stand up. It is also muttering things that you do not understand as it's trying to stand up, and it does not succeed at standing up.
it's okay. We'll see how long this keeps going of me missing it and then not standing up.
How about
The most action-packed battle ever.
the other Space Marines are going to be catching their breaths for a second while I'm just going to let you hit this thing one more time.
Okay.
Because you guys finish your combat more or less. I know you're going to run to the rest of the ship, but let's just finish up what's going here.
That is a hit.
Okay.
Only one, though.
Just barely.
Okay, so that is 23 pen 3.
That is literally, with 23 pen 3, with an uninjured one, you got it. With a vile tearing noise, the skin of the target's chest comes away, revealing it says red ruin of muscle because it's supposed to be an alive thing, but it's just gross.
Well,
fucking.
there's still some
There's some
muscle.
blood in there. Red ruin of blood and muscle and hydraulic fluid, and it is defeated.
Now for Wilhelm's hardest challenge. Get out of the room.
With like oil everywhere.
Yeah, make an agility test.
2 hours later.
I fall down.
Okay, we cannot cut away until he gets out of the room.
Okay.
I try to stand up. That was even worse. I fall down again.
It's just like, da-na-na, slip, hit the
This time
ground.
for sure. Okay, that's a 14. I stand up. Now I gotta walk.
No, you can. It's all part of one movement. You're good.
Okay, good.
That's amazing. If there were other servitors still alive in this room, Wilhelm would have killed all of them to protect the secret.
And then I walk into the hallway, and I look in the direction of Kevin Kevinson, and I walk the other way towards the cargo hold.
I bet he's okay.
I mean, you have the communicators.
No, I mean, his
Clearly
is
he doesn't care.
almost permanently shut off from Kevin Kevinson.
It
man.
might be damage in the fall.
It's full of oil.
It's damage from the fall. There's oil and blood in it. I mean, it just doesn't
There's
work.
no way this works.
But it does make me look very intimidating, just covered in oil and viscera.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so you're stalking towards the practice range, the cargo bay, whatever it is. Kevin, what are you doing? Actually, you need to walk out of this room.
Oh, yeah. Most difficult challenge we'll ever face.
Kevin's hardest challenge. Can he get out of the room without falling over? Let's find out.
Needs my craftiness. Agility test. Oh, yeah, that's a 14. I'm, like, sliding around the room, like, just like, whee, like, pushing off the wall.
I have a feeling when questioned later, Kevin's going to be exclaiming about how he got out of the room with no trouble, and Wilhelm will also agree that he left the room with no trouble.
But Kevin slides out into the hallway. My brothers need me. And he clicks on the radio. Hey, guys, I know you were all really worried, but I made it out just fine. All that can training paid off. Is everybody okay?
Assemble in the shooting range right now.
You got
I'm
it.
inbound.
All right, I'm making my way there. So Kevin Kevinson just, like, runs down the hall.
Wilhelm gets there a little bit before Kevin. Actually, no.
He doesn't. He fell down too
He
many
fell down too many times, you're right.
We missed all these images of, like, God damn it, just, like, slipping.
There's a shot of Kevin Kevinson walking past the door where I'm just falling over.
So, what are you saying to the servitors seem to have been dealt with, or at least... So you see there are other servitors walking around. Not all of them are murderous, but the ones that were murderous seem to go on their murder spree. And actually running into the cargo bay is Commander Pack. Not Commander, Captain Pack. It's Commander. It's a whole other thing. Captain Ben Pack just says... And he's got a smoking gun in his hand. He's got a civilian sort of level bolt pistol.
Captain Pack, what's the situation?
My servitors went crazy.
Well, yeah, we definitely saw that.
Hold on, Kevin. First of all, why are you not still on the bridge?
I was helping my people who were in trouble.
You need to immediately get back onto the bridge and make sure that we're not deviating in the warp.
Do you think I don't know how to delegate my job? I respect that you are a member of the Adeptus Astartes, but you've been treating me like crap, and this is my ship, and on my ship, I am God. I just want you to know that.
The Emperor is God, Pack.
Well, the Emperor is our father, but he is not to be worshipped. So the Codex says.
God Emperor.
Listen, I think we got a lot of different opinions about who's God and who's not God, but honestly, we need to probably take a look at what's going on right now. It's pretty wild.
I need a damn tech priest in here to tell me what the hell is going on.
We need to have also assemble multiple sweep teams and go through and make sure there aren't any more rogue servitors.
Daniel, can Kevin Kevinson go up and, like, approach one of the destroyed servitors and take, like, a closer look at, like, some of the, like, mutations or whatever has happened to them?
Yes, you can do that. Meanwhile, do you want to be in charge of, like, the sweep teams, like, setting that together?
Yes, I do.
I need you to make a command test. It'll be an easy, it's plus 20. These guys are willing to totally take orders from a space marine.
That's right. Okay. Yeah, I definitely pass.
All right. The crew is very eager to follow your orders. What do you imagine you're doing, Wilhelm?
I'm probably just helping out.
I was going to say, would you be joining the sweep team?
I would probably be joining the sweep team in an effort to kill more servitors, probably.
Just so excited about the opportunity.
I mean, I need to deal death to the Emperor's enemies, clearly.
So the sweep is going well. You do locate one that seems to be malfunctioning, but it was sort of locked in a room and wasn't able to get out. You two are actually not there. It's some of the other folks find it, and they're able to eliminate it on their own.
Yeah, I mean, like, I'm not staying in that bay.
I assume you're leading some of the sweeps. Yeah.
Squads, and then he's sort of just not really listening to me and just goes and does his own thing.
You, like, turn around to say, like, and go over, and he's already, like, through the door. Like, you just hear the chainsaw sounds.
He makes a Batman exit, but with a chainsaw sound.
I mean, like,
hey, where did he go? And you just hear in the distance just a chainsaw sound.
He's the lead by example kind of guy. I'm the lead by, like, assembling tactically kind of guy.
While this has been going on, Kevin Kevinson has been, like, compiling the bodies of these servitors to, like, investigate them. Can I make another check?
You can, and because you have all of these parts together and you're looking at all of them, I'm going to give you plus 20 to it.
All right, let's see what I do. God, 85. My goodness.
How does an additional plus 20? do you
Kevin
still fail?
Kevinson cannot solve the mystery of the dead servitors.
Okay, you do find something that's impossible to miss.
Right.
But you don't put any greater clues together.
Sure.
So you find they all have a symbol implanted on like a memory unit or other parts of them. It seems like recently modified things in their body have a specific symbol implanted on them. It looks like a gear, like a large gear, but in the center of the gear is the little arrows coming out that symbolizes chaos undivided. So that's one symbol that you're finding on most of them. The other symbol that is appearing in a lot of them is a question mark, but it looks like it's made out of a blade, like a scythe.
This is odd. I mean, one side of this is definitely chaos undivided, but the other side is like some sort of question mark? This is weird. Not really familiar with one of these symbols, but definitely something related to chaos. I'll have to investigate further, but keep bringing me bodies! All right, I feel like this is going to add up at some point.
All right. And you also find the dead body of an engineer. One of the engineers has killed themselves.
I'm assuming that Wilhelm was the one who found the dead body.
Probably. It was most likely dead already.
Yeah. You also find that he was wearing a necklace that was a question mark, but made out of like a scythe, like a blade.
I do whatever the Space Marine version of making your hands in the sign of the cross in front of you is.
You
Hold it disdainfully out to one side and bring it back.
Do you do the sign of the Emperor?
Yeah, I don't know what hands that is though.
I mean, your character does, though.
My character definitely does.
Well, we all know the sign of the Emperor is breathing on a closed fist and then wiping it against your shoulder.
Oh, but it also involves revving chainswords.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, clearly.
At least your version of it.
And we all ceremoniously rev our chainswords.
So we hear the revving chainsword approaching.
It's very loud in the Black Templar.
I'm not exactly quiet. I have armor that squawks around. I'm covered in chains, and I have a chainsword.
If you're not revving your chainsword, you're reloading it with more gasoline to rev it further.
Which is ironic because the Death Watch are notorious for being very stealthy and secretive.
Not all of them.
Not always.
I guess there are the shock troopers.
We are the chainsword company.
I take the necklace and throw it on your pile, and just, are you injured, Lucius?
Some minor injuries from an explosion, but otherwise I should be fine.
It is my duty to tend to them.
At this point, there's like just tons of bodies. Just tons of bodies on top of them. I'm just like digging through them.
So tons of bodies is great. So there were about 40 servitors that went wild. So I know that's a lot, but I just want to make sure you don't think that there's like 200
200 body, like a mountain I forged.
He's building an altar to Khorne.
And I've like ripped out these like gears from a bunch of them laying out on the floor. And then when you throw the necklace in front of me, can I make another check now that there's a necklace? Piecing it all together?
It's the same. I guess technically it's a necklace, not a symbol.
It's a necklace. So one's wearing it as an adornment. That's another piece to the puzzle, Nephilim Daniel.
I suppose so. This will be your last shot.
If I roll like a 90.
And Captain Pack's like, where the hell is that Engineer?
Engineer? You mean engine seer?
It's like an engineer.
Engine seer.
Engine seer, yes. Look, I don't talk to these people.
That's fine.
The guy who does fix this shit.
All right, I'm gonna figure this out. That's a 25. It was that necklace. Thanks, Wilhelm. And I come up and I like put my hand on your shoulder. You've been instrumental to figuring out this case.
I visibly like sort of flinch away from the hand on my shoulder.
And since he's tending my wounds, I have the most ridiculous smirk on my face, just like, he's touching you, not me.
So obviously this is clear what's going on. And like Kevin Kevinson like puts his arms behind his back, like very detective style.
It's just a parlor scene.
Yeah, this is like very like to paint the picture. He's walking back and forth with his hands behind his back in front of like a pile of 40 servitor bodies.
I was gonna say we've totally smash cut at this point to suddenly in the captain's quarters talking about what's happening.
I mean, before we smash cut too hard, we should actually roll medicine checks here.
Yes.
Because some of us got hit pretty hard by a sword.
And some people are literally the medic, and you should let the medic do the job.
You should let me do it.
I will. I'll just stand there. Oh, actually, no, I didn't take any damage.
Well,
I also did not offer healing to you. If you didn't
Important to clarify.
Wilhelm, don't worry. You don't need to heal me at all. I'm totally fine.
I mean, you can say so.
How much did you heal for?
5. It's my intelligence modifier.
It's always going to be 5.
Nice.
It will be 5.
So,
Provided I succeed.
yeah, I have 21 starting, but I'm at 20. So how much do you have now, Wilhelm?
I'm at 18 out of 23.
Man, that thing messed you up.
Dude, it hit me for 10.
Well, I mean, more than 10. It rolled a 10 and then did its additional damage.
Got
10
me
through the toughness and armor.
Oh, you mean it actually did?
Yeah,
Oh.
10 actually inflicted damage to, of all things, a space marine. I mean, it summoned the strength of the dark gods, I guess, all at once.
Anyway, so this necklace, we got distracted. Oh no, now we're in the parlor scene.
Yeah,
right, we did the
now we're
healing
on the-
and now we're in the parlor scene.
So everybody healed up, sort of, almost fully healed. And now we're on the captain's deck, and Kevin Kevinson is walking around with his hands behind his back. Obviously, it's simple. You see, and what did Kevin Kevinson learn with his check?
So all you're able to get is something out of the necklace because you failed when you were looking at the gear and the Chaos Undivided symbol.
But that necklace,
Sorry.
though.
But this necklace you recognize as a sign of the serrated query, which is a combination sort of criminal enterprise, political movement, underworld. It's just a collection of baddies that are mostly based in the Calaxis sector. The fact that one of them is out here is probably not a good sign. You maybe heard when you were talking to Inquisitor Tomoa, which is why you may remember this a little bit, that the serrated query has ties to the maybe evil Inquisitor named Atris.
So you see, like I just said, I believe this rogue faction called the Serrated Quarry might be involved with these chaos baddies and might be linked to that insidious Atris. But, probably get some more information, just an educated guess. But thanks for coming all the way up here to the captain's deck and indulging me. I feel a lot better.
So why did my tech guy have that? Why did Kresh have that?
Oh, I don't know. Wait. Hold on. No.
It
Wait.
seems he killed himself before the attack.
Maybe he was he was an agent for Atris, probably. And he had infiltrated the ship. And wait a second. He works on all the servitors, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Well then, of course, he must have gained access to the servitors, installed the rogue gear, and information to make them go crazy.
This means that all of the remaining servitors will have to be checked.
Yeah, we need to check them right away.
Makes sense. We'll have the rest of the engineering team work on it.
Now, before you do that, do you trust that the rest of your engineering team are not infiltrated by Atris and his men?
We need to immediately do a deep investigation of all crew on the ship.
Specifically the engineers. We should raid their lockers, check to make sure if anybody has any more paraphernalia or necklaces on them.
And I should be clear, Pac. This includes you.
I have nothing to hide.
While you're finishing the conversation, Wilhelm is walking towards the crew bay. He's ready to open some lockers.
Revving up that chainsword.
I probably don't have to chainsword a locker. I could probably just yank it open.
I mean, the ones that are loosely just going through their lockers and shit, they hear the chainsword coming. And then, first
Well, he doesn't rev the chainsaw. They hear the footsteps.
They hear...
first it's the footsteps, then it's the jingling chains, and then it's the actual chainsword. And they're just like, oh, God.
You forgot about the armor that kind of barks a little bit.
Oh, and then, yes, the armor is also screaming at
It's
them.
the 4 signs of Wilhelm. Well,
So
if you hear boots, and then you hear screaming.
Wilhelm's not much of a talker, but everything about him makes noise.
I know, it's a great...
It speaks for him.
So after we raid these lockers, do we find anything?
No. After you're doing all this work and looking around, if there's any signs of any other corruption or anything, it seems to be
Well hidden.
well hidden. There is some evidence that this particular baddie was working on things late at night, and when other people weren't around, it seems like he may have been acting independently.
Huh. I think we might have had a rogue agent here, which is good, because I think everybody else might be clean.
Well, just inform us when the
To be sure, we should just kill the entire engineering
No. I'm pretty sure everybody else is...
Excuse me. You don't get to kill my entire engineering team. I need them to, pilot my ship. Well, or at least keep it fixed.
You can keep an eye on the engineering team, but we're not going to cleanse them just yet. Remember, I'm in command.
That's true, he is.
I'm beginning to regret my decision.
See? Right? I raised my hand.
All right. We're 2 days away from Orem. We'll be arriving there soon.
All right, well, I gotta clean up my can training room. In the meantime, Daniel, I'm gonna shut you down. You might have gotten some of that oil on you in the fight and clean out some of those gears. Just come over here. I'm just gonna shut you down, okay?
Thanks for listening to this grimdark tale. It seems the serrated quarry have spread their reach much farther than expected. What terrible tricks does Atris and his agents have in store for our kill team? Tune in next month to find out. Special thanks to Daniel Fernandez for inserting his soul into a Nephilim and helping these two as Game Master. And another big thank you to Michael Fernandez for joining the kill team as Wilhelm. I'll be chronicling new episodes of Dark Heresy every first and second Wednesday of the month. And if you want to get your wargaming fix, tune in every third and final Wednesday of each month for 40K Arena and regular episodes of Roll to Seize. If you'd like to download more episodes or check out other similar podcasts, head over to partialarc.com. You can email these morons any questions at rolltoseize@gmail.com. Of course, you can always follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Tumblr, all at Partial Arc. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to leave a rating and review on iTunes. It helps pay for cans? Is that... What do you mean? Who cut up all our cans? Oh, goodbye.